first guest is a licensed pharmacist working to educate young minds right here in the Boogie Down Bronx and beyond. And it's through a new pharmacy program here at Lehman College. Please welcome Vanessa Walker to the program. Vanessa, how are you?
I'm great.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Very
nice
good.
To be here.
I didn't know they had a pharmacy program right here at Lehman College.
Yes, it's a pharmacy technician program. We train people to become pharmacy techs, and pharmacy technicians work in a lot of different avenues in the pharmacy setting. They work in hospitals, they work in the retail setting, places like CVS, Dwayne Reed, Walgreens. They work in places like Costco. They work in hospices. They work all over the place.
So pharmacy technician, they're not just counting pills and stuff. What do they actually
No. We train our technicians to be able to decipher what a prescription says. We train them on customer service, how to interact with the public, knowing that when a person comes into the pharmacy, they're not always going to give you their best side.
Yeah.
So knowing how to talk with that person is very, very important.
Very important,
yes.
Because a lot of people don't know, you know, they don't know that the language, it's a whole totally different language.
Exactly.
So that person is very, very important because they're the middle person. They can decipher that language and disseminate that information to the public. Right. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
I think so, too.
What other types of services are offered to students in this program?
Well, we have a compounding lab at CUNY on the Concourse. And
CUNY on the Concourse.
Yes, yes. It is beautiful. I helped to design this particular lab, and we teach students their compounding. And what compounding is, I kind of liken it to making pancakes from scratch. Sometimes a doctor will write a prescription and we would have to use the raw materials to make up that finished product. Yeah, so we train them on how to do that. We also talk to them about pharmacy calculations. That's my favorite thing to do. I love math. I'm a woman that loves math. All right. And so we train them on calculations.
You can help count Cool Clyde's money.
Hey, why not?
He doesn't spend anything, so he has a lot of...
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, is there a fee for that?
Yeah, you can charge him. But compounding is a very important thing also.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. I mean, and when we talk about compounding, there's different types, there's different levels. In the hospital setting, for example, there's people that need IV medications, intravenous medications, and there's actually pharmacy staff that will compound those medications.
So you have to be able to put them together and make sure that they work and interact together.
You have to be able to put them together under sterile conditions. That's something that's very important, because we have, there's a premise that people that are in the beds are sicker than we are. So we don't want to give them anything that's communicable. Yes. We don't want to put them in a worse state than what they are.
Well, you hear stories of a lot of
hospitals, recently in the news, right. And with all of that, with sterile compounding, there are certain rules and regulations that you have to abide by, because you want to make sure that what your product is pure.
Yes. So compounding, if a doctor gives you an order, I thought it came from like a factory or something, that it was ready made. But
well, some do. Some do.
Mix these chemicals together.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
That's
it's really interesting. It's very, very interesting. So we teach our students how to do that. We teach them, pharmacy calculations is a passion of mine. We teach them, because I find that a lot of people are not good in math, and it's not their fault that they're not. Sometimes they fell off the wagon way in the 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And to bring a person to the level where they're comfortable dealing with numbers is really great.
I started mixing a long time ago. Before mixing music. I was mixing compounding. Well, you didn't call it that. I was just grabbing stuff and mixing it together to check out the reaction, the chemical reaction.
Should I call Jesus now?
And I made something that ate up concrete.
Ooh.
But it survived in one of those thick pickle jars. But when I poured it under concrete, it started eating away at the concrete.
Okay. Wow.
That's how strong that was.
That's some strong stuff you had.
So was I compounding?
You were doing something else. So I wouldn't exactly call it compounding.
How important is it to encourage young minds?
It's very important. When you think I'm going to say, first of all, for a very selfish reason, because I plan to be old one day. And if I don't have confidence in the people that are coming up now, then I'm going to have a hard time when I get older.
Oh, yes.
Lots of us are going to have difficult times when we get older. It's important because we have to treat them the same way that we were treated when we were younger. And there were people around that encouraged us. So it's really, really important. If we want them to seek a level of wisdom, opportunity, whatever you want to call it, if you want them to seek that level, you have to encourage them.
Yeah. Now, you said you helped design the lab.
I basically told them what we needed and where we needed to place it. And they carried out the orders beautifully. It is a beautiful space. It really is.
It's all a part of helping that student become interested in something.
Right.
You see something laid out properly, and then you gave them the proper language that goes along with it.
Exactly, exactly. Most of the students say, you know, I don't really think I can read a prescription when they first come to me.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's that blank space right there.
Exactly.
Oh, I can't do that. But
and
then you show them.
Once we break it down, the first thing that you must know is that the prescription is not written completely in English. It's a combination of English and Latin. So once you know that part of it, you won't be able to read it unless you understand Latin.
Yes, yes.
That makes things a lot easier.
So I guess it's a challenge to try to figure all that stuff out. But once you learn that, it's like the key to the door.
Right, exactly.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
All right, so you started this program when?
We started the program back in March. We were putting together, and we're still in the process of putting things together to have our first class in February.
Oh, okay. So it didn't start yet, actually.
Not yet.
With the students.
Not yet, but it started in the vision.
So how are you getting students involved?
Well, we, for one thing, I'm on BronxNet. We also have been doing open houses, and we have a couple of open houses coming up. We have one on December 7th, and we also have one on December 19th. Both of them take place between 6:30 and 8 p.m. The December 7th open house is going to be at Lehman's main campus, and on December 19th, we're going to have an open house in the lab, and I will do a demonstration of compounding.
Well, what do you tell students? Well, a lot of students think that, you know, chemistry it's a tough thing to do, like math. How do you get them interested in it?
Well, I tell them that it is hard. And if it were easy, then everybody
rewarding.
would want to do it, right? And it's sort of like price versus value. What do you consider to be greater? The price that you have to pay to obtain something, or the value that it holds? And I tell them, you may come into this field and you may love it, and this may be the thing that you want to do for the rest of your life, and that's wonderful. You may come into this field and you may decide, hey, I want to take it a step further. I want to go to pharmacy school and I want to become a pharmacist. Or you may come into this field and you may say, well, you know what, I do want to work in healthcare, but maybe I want to be a nurse, or maybe I want to be a doctor. So I always say that pharmacy technology is a gateway. It's a gateway to other careers in medicine.
Excellent. I'm interested in it. And I see that the floor manager here, he's like, yeah, he's shaking his head. Yeah,
well,
I may want to change my career here. You know, I'm the floor manager, but I'm listening to you, so I can mix.
All right.
On the ones and twos, I can mix my chemicals.
Okay.
Well, give us some more information. How do we get involved in this?
Okay.
And, is there a website?
There is a website, and the website is www.lehman.edu/CE. As in continuing education, CE.
Say it again.
www.lehman.edu/CE.
Vanessa Walker, Pharmacy Program Coordinator at Lehman College. Thank you so much.
Thank you
It's a
for
wonderful
having
program.
me.
Jump on it. It's right here at Lehman College. Jump on it. You can make a whole lot of money and help a lot of people get what they need out of life.